The number one thing that I'm told is I would love to do that. I want to do van life. Ooh, I want to do that one day. I want to live in an RV. And I just want to let you know that that's not true. That's not really what you want. What you want is a life that has more ease. Okay. So a lot of people will say that, oh, I'm a van lifer. And even sometimes just for quickness, I'll say, oh, I'm a van lifer, XYZ. But truth be told, I'm really an alternative living enthusiast, okay? I believe in living an alternative way for as long as I need to do the things I want to do. So I just want to give you what alternative living means to me. And then in coming videos, I'm going to explain to you guys how to set up your life in an alternative way for whatever the thing is that you want to do. So if it's van life, I'll teach you how to do that or help you figure that out, because a lot of y'all be like, oh, well, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? I'm going to give you the information and then you can apply it to your life so you can create ideally what is the best for you. Because some of y'all, it's not a van. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's a school bus. Sometimes it's refurbishing a shed. Sometimes it's downsizing. Like, that can look differently for everybody. So alternative living for me is about creating a lifestyle that brings the things that I want to the forefront while without changing my resources. It's like I reallocate my resources to go towards what matters the most to me. That's what I do. And a lot of people, you might be like, okay, well, bitch, we didn't need Webster for that. I understand, but a lot of times people are set into how they think life should look. They don't do what they want to do until their mortgage is paid, their car insurance, their medical insurance is paid, they pay their phone bill. They do all these things that they think make them stable, and then they do their fun and the way that they want to live on top. That's not how I live. That's not how I live. Okay? So I live in a van. So, and mind you, it's not just me that does this. You might be like, oh, alternative living is people that live in RVs. A lot of flight attendants do alternative living. Some of them don't even have their own apartments. They will stay at home with their mom because they want to travel. They have decided that traveling is going to be the main priority in their life. And so they have allocated all of their resources, which means their time, their energy, and their money, to figuring out how to do more travel. So most of our day is spent working. They have decided I'm going to put my working hours towards a job that will give me the benefits to fly. Okay? And then when I get there, I'm going to stay for a couple extra days. I'm not going to pick up a flight for a while because I'm staying at home with my mom. So I don't actually need to rush back home to my $2,000 rent. I can use my $2,000 to explore while I'm here and then pick up another flight and fly somewhere else. I just had a homeboy that decided to do a nomad situation for 6 months. He knew enough people in enough places that he spent 2 weeks or so with everybody that he knew. Mind you, if you paying rent, you paying $1,500 to $1,800. That same money can be spent sending somebody extra $200 for groceries. Hey, I buy the groceries. You mind if I stay with you for 2 weeks? As adults, we don't even really get to see our friends that long. So that's really a gift, right? Alternative living is about redistributing your resources to be put towards what matters most to you. Okay? When the reason I'm still doing van life is because I filed bankruptcy with my business and I filed chapter 13. So a lot of y'all be talking about bankruptcy and be doing chapter 7 and they just wipe that shit off. No, I did the business one. Okay. I have a payment to make for the next 3 years. I'm not paying rent on top of that. Not while I own this. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, because then that means I have to work more. Now I have to work more. Okay. So alternative living is like, it don't mean, you know how like you go on a vacation and you got some people that be like, oh, the room don't matter. I'm not one of them people. The room does matter to me depending on the type of vacation. Now, when does it not matter? If I'm bouncing around and I'm not going to be in the room that much, that's one thing, right? If it's not a relaxation vacation, then that's one thing. Or just like when you and your family go on that cruise the night before, do y'all all get separate hotel rooms? No, sometimes you just get a joint room together because one, it's the closest hotel to the port. So y'all can get there on time. Y'all want to be the first ones on the boat and y'all literally getting in so late. Y'all not going to do nothing. Y'all literally just need to be able to shower, wash them asses first thing in the morning so you can hit that thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all will have the biggest house and then you be like, oh, but I can't afford to travel. Well, you allocating $2,000 right now to the biggest rent in fucking America. Like, that's why. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes alternative lifestyle is not about living in a van or living in a truck or converting a mobile home or something like that. Sometimes it's just about downsizing. A lot of time y'all move and move into a bigger space. A bigger space means more stuff that you probably buying. It means more rent. You know what I'm saying? How about you move and downsize? Hey, I could actually afford less if I get rid of one of these rooms. Maybe it's not about, oh, how do I fit my whole family in a van? Maybe you don't need to live in nothing like that. Maybe you still need to do regular apartment living, but instead of having a 4-bedroom townhouse, maybe you set your house up more minimalist style. Maybe you get rid of that whole basement of shit that you got that you haven't touched in 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's other ways to be alternative. Alternative might mean that you set your apartment. Have you ever went into somebody's apartment and they have a 1-1, but they have a child? Sometimes they give their child the bedroom and then they turn the living room into a studio. So now they have their bedroom, but maybe they change their bed. Instead of it being a full size, queen size, king size bed, maybe they turn it into a day bed. So that way at night they have their own personal room with a door because they kids' door closed, but then they turn it into a bed. And during the day, they just make it into a couch. So it looks like you're in the living room. Like, so now you don't have to have a 2-bedroom apartment. Now you could just stay in a 1-bedroom apartment. What can you give up? How can we reallocate the resources that you have right now so that way you can do more of what matters to you? More of what matters to you. Okay? So maybe you need to live in a van for a little bit because you don't want to pay rent because you'd prefer to focus on traveling right now. Maybe I don't know. But that's what alternative living is for me. Alternative living is finding another way to do shit with the same shit that you got. That's what alternative living is to me. Okay, bye.